How about some crepes? Hey, Rena, let's have some crepes. I like crepes. Thanks, guys. But Bob was gonna pay for them. Don't worry about it. In fact, consider it a treat for me. This kid does not deserve a treat. He stole your wallet for a very terrible reason. Even for someone his age. Thanks, Rena. It's delicious. You are too soft-hearted for your own good. Both of you. How would you like some delicious ice cream? Hey, Rena, let's have some ice cream. Spoiled little rich kid is just gonna get all the sweets, huh? Can I have an orange sherbet, please? Orange sherbet? I'm out. But I was gonna pay for them. Don't worry about it. Hope you like orange. Thanks. Or don't like it, and then that could be torture. It's cold and delicious. And it's ice cream. It's kind of like par for the course.
Kettle! Okay.
Hey kids, would you mind playing with Kettle for a while?
Kettle? Aw, man.
Hey, kids, you don't know us, but you wanna play with this, other kid? Dude, just trust us.
I don't want to play with some rich kid.
Oh, come on, that's no reason to say no.
But that's what my mom told me. She said don't play with that rich kid.
My mommy said the same thing, too.
I think you need new mothers.
But what does being rich have to do with who you play with?
Kettle's been wanting to play with all of you for a long time. Don't you think that's what's important?
Kettle? You really want to play with us? Yeah, I do.
Then let's be friends. I always wanted to play with you, too.
I was kind of wondering what you were like too, Kettle.
Well, great. Come on, Kettle, go have some fun with them.
But what about you guys?
Don't worry about us. We've got to catch a ship to get on with our journey.
Thanks. Kettle, over here! Haha, yeah!
It's nice seeing children play together, isn't it?
I didn't realize you had a gentle side to you, Claude.
Anyway, we'd better get back to the business at hand.
Shall we get going?
Is there not more to Kuruk? This is really small. Maybe it's because in the original game, again, the original game, they have, what's it called? Different screens, but in this remake, Kuruk is, like, really small. Which isn't a problem, but, like, it's surprising to play this remake and be like, wow, Kuruk is so much smaller. It feels so much smaller because it's, like, one screen. I think it's, like, 2 or 3 screens in the original game now.
Hey, you again. I think we're about to shove off.
Oh, really?
Yep, sorry to keep you waiting. I got one more piece of cargo to load up, so if you got anything to buy or check up on one last time, go do it now.
All right.
Maybe I should go look around.
Did you feel that?
Probably just to make our Zolom, it should be fine.
There it is again! Ah! Help! Honey! Honey! We better find higher ground.
Oh, this is, they have like a cutscene that plays here. This is kind of neat. I kind of wish we got like a cutscene for this, but that's pretty neat. You get to like run through the earthquake in Kuruk. Dude, you're gonna die. Alright, well, I can't talk to him. Okay, so in this remake, you get like a little background of seeing it collapse. Pretty neat. I remember in the original game, you get like an actual animated cutscene. I don't think it's animated, really. It's like CGI. Well, this just got really grim all of a sudden.
Kettle, you're all right. Hey, lady. Where are your friends? I could only find one of them. Oh. What about your mother? Is she safe?
The lady of the house was out of town when the earthquake struck. She should be fine.
That's good to hear. Hey, lady! Yes? I'm glad you're okay, too. Well, thank you.
That's rough, buddy. That's really rough.
Oh, thank heavens you're safe, Captain.
Yeah, nothing short of a miracle, actually. But my crew's gone, save for that guy over there.
That was quite a shock, I have to say. That bizarre wind and then that horrible rumbling.
So what are you gonna do now?
A whole lot of nothing is what I'm gonna do. Can't do much without a ship. Let me give you a word of advice, though. You know I'm not the only way to get to L, right?
You're not?
Nope. First off, let me give you your royal travel permit back.
A travel permit has been reobtained. Okay, so this is how we get the Harley. Harley's the other port, and like it's just as simple as like, hey, you gotta go to this other port because of what happens in Kuruk. And then Marze is on the way to Harley.
Now take that permit with you to the Liqueur continent. If you ask the king over there nicely, I bet he can arrange for a ship to take you to L.
Liqueur.
Kind of out of your way, I know. But if you ask me, that's your best bet. You'll need to go through Harley first, though. That's a port city on the eastern edge of Cross.
To Harley first, then.
You'll know you're going the right way if you see a village called Marze. Kuruk's kind of out of the picture right now, so Marze is going to be the best place to stock up and get a good night's sleep before the voyage.
Marze. Okay.
You still seriously want to go to L after all this? You guys must be crazy.
Nah, it's a JRPG. Someone's gotta do something about that friggin' sorcery globe. Does the sorcery globe control nature too, or is it something else? I wonder if Kettle's okay. Kettle's fine. We literally just checked on him. Alright, so now we go to Marze. Also, they literally don't even, like, they don't tell you anything about, like, oh, we have to go to Marze for this reason. They just mention Marze is near Harley. That's interesting.
Rena?
Oh, Celine! What are you doing here?
That's a funny thing to ask. This is the village where I live.
Oh, I didn't realize.
But enough about me. You've arrived at our time of greatest need.
What do you mean?
Please, have a seat and we'll explain everything. Elder,
I am familiar with this swordsman. He's a powerful fighter to have on our side.
Ah, wonderful. A sign that luck has smiled upon us.
Could you tell us what's going on here, Celine?
Please, allow me to explain.
Yes, I also can't help but notice to my right there is a character who may or may not be a main character in this RPG.
Yes, Father.
Sometime last evening, every child in the village simply vanished, as if they were rubbed out of existence. As we scrambled to form a search party, this man here came back from the Forest of Symbols with a disturbing message.
I was by myself in the forest at the time, practicing my symbology. Then all of a sudden, a bandit appeared before me. I steeled myself for battle, but he simply stood there and told me this before he disappeared into the woods. Our boss has your children. If you want them back, bring us 500,000 foal and the secret book.
Oh, you guys are screwed.
What's this secret book he's talking about?
The most secret of books.
We cannot reveal specifics, but it is a book that describes the unique form of symbology passed down through the generations in this village.
When we heard the story, we were all at a loss as to what to do. Not only did we learn that our children were kidnapped, but that bandits were encroaching on the Forest of Symbols.
The forest has been protected for ages by holy symbols etched into the land itself, repulsing the wicked and evil-hearted. If they have broken through that barrier, then we must face a dire reality. Our enemy is more powerful than any that has come before.
So what about the children?
According to a second messenger, the children are being held by the bandits deep inside the forest. He said that until we fulfill their demands, they'll stay exactly where they are. We don't know anything else about the children.
The Forest of Symbols is a special training ground for us symbologists. Furthermore, its landscape and terrain make it a natural fortress difficult to penetrate.
If it were simply a pack of bandits we were dealing with, it would take no more than a small team to dispatch them.
But the lives of our children are at stake. We can ill afford to make any rash moves. They may be simple bandits, but they have proven at least strong enough to break the barrier protecting the Forest of Symbols. Their defeat would mean nothing if the children were to be caught in the carnage.
So there's pretty much nothing we can do.
We haven't been sitting here simply twiddling our thumbs. One of our search team has already discovered the location of the bandit hideout. With that information in hand, all we need now is a way to rescue the children.
Oh, so you're set then?
We are, but as I mentioned earlier, we fear that to act by ourselves would prove to be insufficient. Fate has brought us a master swordsman. We thought we could ask him to join us in our rescue effort.
Diaz?
Rena?
Man, I love it how he's been sitting here the whole time and we just noticed him. And also Diaz has not said a single word.
You know this man, Rena?
Yes, we come from the same village. Is this the swordsman you're talking about?
That he is. There are few fighting men in this world who haven't heard the name Diaz Flack.
You have nothing to worry about then. Diaz is the strongest swordsman in the world. He could kill the whole group by himself.
Diaz has agreed to our request. He said it would make a good warm-up for the upcoming Liqueur Armory contest.
Really?
But I have to say, his conditions are a tad unreasonable.
How so?
He wants to go in by himself, without anybody else helping him.
I have trouble swallowing that part myself. If we are going to rely on the whims of an outsider, surely we must assign some guards to him at the very least.
Oh no, you can totally trust DS. I know him really well. He's an honest man, and as a fighter, no one can even come close.
Yeah, I mean, like, you think that, but like, getting the people of Mars to think that? Yeah, good luck with that, girl.
I'd prefer to have someone more experienced than you to speak on his behalf, young lady.
Call me what you will, but I don't really feel like babysitting a bunch of people who are going to be nothing but a burden to me.
Yo, sick character art. Dude, I love the character art in this game. I can gush about it, like, I'm gonna gush about it every single playthrough. Every time I see a new character, I'm gonna be like, oh my word, you look amazing.
Of all the rude things to say, didn't you hear what I said? I said that it was time for me to show off the fruits of my training.
This isn't a game, kid. If I team up with someone who thinks it is, we're doomed to fail. I'm done here.
Oh boy,
if you need me, I'll be back at the inn.
If Celine is a kid. Alright, goodbye. Peace out.
It's been too long, Rena. I hardly recognized you.
Me too.
Man, what a time to reminisce.
Oh, you think he's right, don't you? Let me tell you, Father, I'm going to save those kids whether you like it or not.
I know how you feel, Celine, but...
Besides, there's more than one swordsman here in the village.
Rena.
What is it, Rena?
I have a message from the Elder. He still wants you to rescue the children.
Is that all he had to say?
Listen. I want you to fight along with the rest of us, alright?
What? Are they all down on their knees begging for me?
You should lie to him. You should gaslight him.
I'm going to talk to DS.
Rena!
Wait. Were you not just talking to DS? Hello?
What are you so surprised about? She already said they're from the same village, did she not?
Yeah, but...
We haven't seen each other in 2 years.
There's more to it than that, isn't there?
Huh?
All you want to do is just talk to DS?
Well, I think so. I mean, we've got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, Claude can't be taking this well.
I want you to understand. I know you're a world-class swordsman, but...
Okay, so that was probably like... They had this scene, and then they were like, oh, that's how it led up to this? Yeah, whatever.
If you already know that, then you also know there's no reason for us to fight together.
Why do you have to be so averse to other people?
He's edgy.
If you think that makes you strong, you're wrong. The only thing shunning other people proves is that you're too scared to accept anyone.
You see me for the first time in years, and you think it's the perfect time to start lecturing me? You've gotten a lot brattier than I remember you, Rena.
I'm not the child I used to be, DS.
It's only been 2 years, you know.
But I...
Well, since it's my sister begging me, I guess I might as well do her a favor at the very least.
Diaz.
But if those other guys wind up getting in my way, I'm just going to pretend they don't exist and get on with it by myself.
Yeah, it's fair.
Thanks. Cecile says thanks too.
Wish I could hear her. Heaven's kind of far away.
Man, Diaz is like Aramat with actual character. Actually insane. Diaz has like an actual backstory and an actual reason for doing things. While Aramat hardly has anything. The only reason I was able to make that comparison is because of the recent Star Ocean 4 on my mind.